Um, Keyword communicate. I just wanted an answer on what he saw, or I couldn't understand or interpret what he was saying. Um, he made the out call, so I assumed it was a double play, and it wasn't. So I just wanted an explanation. Well, why? What do you mean he's out? Of course he's out. I didn't challenge the fact that he was out. That would be kind of dumb on my part to challenge the out. I was challenging the slide into the base there. I thought their guy went past the base and made contact, and that's what I was challenging. And I couldn't get an explanation, and that was simply all I wanted was, did you look at the right thing that I was actually challenging? I challenged the slide, not the out at second. You gave us the out at second already. I didn't need that. I wanted to try to get the double play and get us off the field. But apparently the days of getting a 5-second explanation are over. I've said, like, nobody came to see me coach, nobody came to see him umpire, but I did need a 5-second explanation on what he actually looked at and reviewed. If he told me, yes, I reviewed the slide and it was a clean slide, I would have walked off the field. But I thought it was a key moment of the game, and it didn't sound like they reviewed what I was challenging. So I just wanted to make sure of that, and I couldn't get a response or an answer for it.
Today kind of puts a damper, but what are your thoughts on just the overall series and what you guys were able to do this weekend?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we wanted to come in here and try and with the opportunity to sweep today and coming up short was disappointing. But you look at the overall weekend, we took a series in a tough place to play down here in Tucson, and we got 2 or 3. So I think coming into this series, again, you want to try to win every game, but I think 2 or 3 is a good start. Hopefully we can build on the momentum from this weekend and can continue to carry that on against Utah Valley this week.
Today, a 3-run third inning, but outside of that, left on 12 runners on base through 15 with runners in scoring position. How do you guys feel you can execute a little bit more in some of those positions?
Yeah, that to me is on the negative side of the coin, a big takeaway that we got to do a better job with guys in scoring position. We had Harris hit the double there. We had guys on second and third with 1 out, chance to cut the lead to 1 or even tie it up right there, and we left both those guys in scoring position. And even a ground out gets a guy in there and gets us 1 closer. We just got to do a better job in situational hitting. That's something that we definitely need to get better at.
Were there any instances of, we talk about guys needing an edge and holding each other accountable? Were there any instances this week where you saw a guy holding another accountable that maybe contributed to some success this weekend?
Well, I think guys are starting to understand that you have to have that accountability factor, and there was a couple things said after today's game that'll remain in that clubhouse that were said to each other, which is good. I have no problem with that, and I think if we can take one thing away from this weekend is the guys played with an edge all weekend long. And that showed. We didn't give in when we got down late and had some things go against us on Friday. We were able to win that game late. We came out and threw the heck out of the ball yesterday and were able to put up a win. Today we battled back early, but then the wheels kind of came off a little bit later in the game here today. But end of the day, there was a lot of positives to take from this weekend. And there's also some things we got to learn from as well and continue to learn from and grow, and I think we'll do that.
Consistent production from Friday night starter, Saturday night starter. Sunday's kind of been a dilemma this year. What are you trying to still figure out there, and what has kind of been the struggle there?
Well, we got to get some. If we can get match Friday and Saturday on Sunday, we'll be in good shape. Just when we don't get a whole lot of length on the Sunday start, it puts guys in roles that we don't really like to do and stretch guys out further than we feel comfortable doing. We're going to have to adjust and be able to do that in the event that we don't get a good start. But it just goes back to the key of getting a good start from our guys, and getting some length really allows everything else to fall into place.
5 games in 6 days this upcoming week. How do you plan to lay out this bullpen as well as the starting rotation and make sure they're all fresh?
Well, I mean that's going to be a challenge. We got to get back home and evaluate who's healthy and who's ready to go for this week. I think Tyler will probably get the ball on Tuesday. And hopefully can work through some of the issues he's been dealing with fastball command and stuff like that. Hopefully he can get back to his form that we're all capable, or that he's capable, and that we've all grown to see Tyler do. hopefully he can get back to that and start easing him back into, to where he's, a big piece on the weekend for us. So, but, we got to work through some things, and I think that hopefully he comes out Tuesday and is able to do that.
Today it seemed like fielding was particularly susceptible to the ground ball. Is that a cause for concern going forward?
I don't understand the question.
Like, is it a cause for concern just how susceptible the ground ball was, I guess?
With our lack of fielding it, or we had one error?
Just appeared as if there were some struggles picking it up.
I didn't see that. I guess we had a bullet hit off our third baseman's kneecap, which was, I don't know what the exit velo was, but it was the ball was smoked. 109. There you go. That's not a ball that, it's a tough ball to field. That's coming at you pretty hard. So other than that, I was unable to see the last 4 or 5 innings of that game, but from what I saw when I was out there, I didn't see any. The one big play maybe over there at first base, Toby, I think, has got to make that play. Maybe that's the one you're referring to. That was a big momentum shift, and instead of two outs, nobody on base, they got a little rally there and scored 2 runs. That was kind of a big momentum swing. That play's got to be made. Toby knows that, but that's probably the one play that, at least that I saw, that should have been made.
Schaefer and Jacobs have been consistent guys out of the bullpen. How do you feel the other guys are coming along, and how you can get them to where they need to be?
It's Halvey's throwing the ball well out of the pen. Fitzy and Fitzy's throwing the ball pretty well, and Omled's matching up at times pretty well. Would like to see a few more strikes there with those guys, but all in all, they've been really doing a good job here as of late. We got to figure some things out with Carlone a little bit. He's had some ups and downs here in the past couple outings, but confident in him. He's got a great arm, and hopefully we can get him back to feeling confident and doing what he's capable of doing. But there's some guys down there who are capable of doing some good things. We're just got to keep improving and understand there's going to be some pitfalls along the way, and hopefully we got to coach them and get them better.
Positive offensively, Jacob Tobias 5 for 5 today. You had a conversation with Toby for one of his final at bats yesterday. What was that conversation like?
Oh, he asked how his girlfriend was doing. Seriously, I was just trying to kill time and give our guy in the bullpen time to get loose. So I asked how his girlfriend was doing, and everything good with him. How's the family? And he responded that everything was great. And I said, okay, good. We'll try to get a ball up in the zone and maybe see if we can get a hit here. And I guess I told him, I said, if I got to take a timeout every time you get up there to get a hit, then let's do it. So. But apparently it's worked. I guess he's 6 for 6 since then. So I'll just maybe talk about his girlfriend on the on-deck circle a little bit and get a few more hits.